Alrighty. Hey everybody. Welcome back to Whip It Wednesday. This is a bit of a podcast, I guess you can call it that. Um, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start with finished objects. I'm just looking at my tiny little pile I have like right here. Not a whole lot, but I can show you what I do have. Alright, so now I haven't quite found everything. I do believe I finished a few other things while I was back home in Florida I told you guys about. Well, I found them. So these are little baby hats. As you can see, I don't have them quite finished. They do have ends to sew in. There's one in the back, or in the top of the hat too. But I just picked up some yarn while I was back home. I've got this pink one with a gray brim, and then this solid pink one. Now I did buy a variegated yarn for this pink. It is not two different skeins. It looks like it, but it's not. It's all the same pink skein. I believe I have a gray one that's solid like this pink one in the works back home. So those are the baby hats. Those are actually going to be going to a local hospital, to the labor and delivery department, so when a baby goes home with their parents, they have a little baby hat to wear. And then I have this guy. Again, ends aren't sewn in, but this is my very first official completed cowl, and it is knitted. I used clover bamboo needles, 16 inch, I want to say in a 5mm. This is the birthday cake cowl. It is free on Ravelry. So this was my practice piece here. I wanted to make a gift for my aunt for watching my hedgehog for me while I was at my parents'. So I wanted to practice it and make sure that I did it correctly, and I loved how this turned out. So I'm probably just going to finish this and then throw it in the wash real quick to soften it up a little bit more, and then I can wear this because it's like just big enough to be all scrunchy and chunky and warm. And I could use a cowl this year because it's quite nippy out this year. So that is all of my finished objects. I forgot to tell you, the baby bonnet is my own design. You do around on the magic loop, it is crocheted. So you do magic loop, you do your base stitches, and then you do an increase, and then you do just a regular row, then another increase row, and a regular row, and then you do a final increase row, and then that starts the rest of the hat. And then I hold it upside down to get my how many rows it needs to be tall, as I fluff it up like so, and I try and see which row I can see first, like completely, and that's when I start my row of 25. So it's weird, but then it allows you to have all this extra like hat space, so you can make the brim as big or as small as you need, depending on how small your baby is. It is a little bit on the stiff side, so I'm hoping that when I wash them that this yarn will really loosen up. So yeah. Alright, so now that I'm done talking about my finished objects, let's go ahead and get into the what's on the hook, or what I'm working on. So what I've been working on diligently has been off and on for the past week and a half. I have my two youngest siblings are turning 6 and 8 this year. Their birthdays are a day apart, and so they usually have a conjoined birthday party. And they're really into Minecraft, which for those of you who don't know what that is, it is a pixelated video game. It's kind of like Legos, but on the computer, and at the same time, it's kind of cool because there's just so much opportunities in it as far as creativity goes. We've seen a massive improvement in creativity of kids who play Minecraft, as well as focus and things like that. It's just, it helps a lot with a lot of other skills, and there's not a whole lot of games before it that were like this, and it is awesome that it has just kind of skyrocketed into stardom. There are a couple of games out that have taken its place, or not taken its place, but try to enter in that market for competition. But Minecraft remains the king of the this particular gaming genre. Well, my siblings are no exception. They love Minecraft. Looks like how short my hair is doing right there, but anyways. Yes, they love Minecraft tremendously. So when I asked them what they wanted for their birthday, when I saw them on Thanksgiving, my sister asked for, they both actually asked for characters from Minecraft. I'm going to say Google these names. For those of you who don't know what they are characters in, it's called the Ender world. It's actually kind of like the world underneath the main world, and you have to take a portal to get there. You can't just dig down into it. So they asked for an Enderman, which is what my sister asked for, and give me a second. I've been working on that. So, sorry for the wrinkling. I'm just going to go ahead and rip off the label. Here. So this label right here, this Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo, it's an acrylic-based yarn. It really holds up well to washing, which is why I've chosen to go with Red Heart. And my siblings love the other characters that I made them out of Red Heart Super Saver. And it's been 2 years now, and they're still in one piece, and the kids love them. I made my sister a pig, and I made my brother a creeper prior to this, a couple years ago, back when they were 4 and 6. So this is in the color black. There is a pattern on the back here for that shawl. I believe it's crochet. Yes, it is crochet. Interesting. So I have a lot left, about the size of a regular Super Saver skein, but I got the jumbo because I knew that the characters that they wanted are going to require a lot of black yarn. So what I have here, these panels right here, all of them, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think they're supposed to be 6. These ones right here are for the Enderman's head. One of the bottoms of the legs. One, 2, 3, 4, and the bottom. So this is the, that's not part of it. This is the main body, and this is the bottom of the body. I'm just going to sew it directly into the head, so I don't need one of these pieces. Like I said, this little piece right here is for one of the legs. Let's see here. I needed 2 of those for the arm, or 4 of them for the arms, because they are sewn right here at the joint. So you need a top of the arm and a bottom of the arm. And then I'm looking for I'm missing a piece. I must have left it in the house because I only have 5 legs here, and I'm supposed to have 6 or bottom pieces. They're supposed to be 6 because I'm going to be sewing the legs directly into the body. And then I have these pieces. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have a 7th on the hook right now. That's it right there on my hook. These are actually going to be the length of the actual arm. So, like I said, Minecraft characters, or Minecraft in general, is a pixelated game. So everything has a square shape to it. There aren't any round edges. So for crocheting and knitting, that's awesome. Mainly crochet, at least I found crocheting's a lot easier. Give me a second, put this all back in the bag. Sorry about that. Alright, so doing it in crochet I found makes it super easy because, you know, you can do 5 crochets. I use single crochet, so you can do like 5 singles across and then 5 rows, and that creates your base block. So it's been making things really easy. So that one's for my sister. My brother asked for an ender dragon. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to have time to get that done, but good news is that I had started another gift for my brother. It's kind of one of those things where I was like, you know, he'd really like it if I made this. So I brought up a picture of just a creeper face, and again, it is pixelated, and I've got several different shades of green in my bookcase over here where I keep all my yarn. So I was pulling all different shades of green and kind of matching them to the pattern that I found on Facebook, or the picture I found on Facebook, and then some black yarn. And I have been making like a granny square, like a patchwork granny square creeper face. So I need to get that done and then put a couple rows of granny square on the outside to finish it. And I'm pretty sure I've got like almost all of the rows, like all of the individual squares sewn together in rows, and then I just need to go through and sew in the rows together to finish the face. So my goal is to finish the Enderman and the creeper blanket for my brother, Enderman for my sister, and creeper blanket for my brother, and then start on a blanket for my sister, and then an ender dragon for my brother for possibly Christmas. So, but the birthdays are in February, so I don't know. I'll figure out what I can do. There's also Easter and all those other holidays where you give gifts randomly to kids. So we'll see what I can create. A lot of the stuff that I do knit or crochet or even craft in general, I don't keep. I don't have a whole lot. I do have a few like cowls and scarves and stuff. Maybe, I think I have a hat. But I don't have a whole lot that I've made for myself, and I really want to change that. I have gotten a few items. They're not here, sadly. So you can kind of see my closet. I am kind of moving still. So I'm just going to go into blather and explain my acquisitions, or the stash enhancements, or whatever you want to call it. The stuff that I've bought since the last episode. It's also going to cover the Art Snacks thing too. So subscription boxes. So I'm just going to go into personal stuff. So I am in the process of moving. My boyfriend and I have gotten to that serious level, but the sad part is there's not a whole lot of room in the apartment for me. We do have a roommate. That was actually how we met, was through that roommate. So between the two boys, there's not a whole lot of room in that apartment for me. My boyfriend has bought a lot of furniture for himself. It is a 3-bedroom apartment, but the 3rd bedroom is a guest room, and it's a really small room. So I don't just want to crowd it with all my crafting supplies, because I do have a lot. We are looking at buying a house, because that's the next level we're gonna take. So yeah, so I may be getting a diva den / craft room / my personal space. Sorry about that. My personal space area. I'm so excited for that, actually, just because that means that I can have a designated space where I'm not sleeping, as where I can go and unwind. And excuse me, I still have hiccups. It is kind of nice being able to like craft something and be like, okay, I'm too tired, I'm just gonna go to bed, and drop it where I'm at, and then literally take the step to crawl into bed. That is nice, but I'm kind of excited to have just a place where I can like shut off my brain by closing the door and be like out of sight, out of mind, sleep. That I am really excited for, and to be able to decorate and storage for days, and have all of my stuff in, all of my girly stuff in one. Well, crafting isn't girly, it's unisex, but my makeup and stuff I want to be all in one room with my craft room, and just have it be Cassie's little unwind space. Go. Right now, for my boyfriend, he has the kitchen. That is his favorite place. He loves to cook, and so I don't go in his private space, and that would be the only rule, is that he doesn't come into my my happy space without asking first or being invited. Just a kind of like a personal respect thing. I don't want to invade his happy place, aka the kitchen, unless I have to. So, yeah. I did get some storage areas, so because my closet, you can see there's just a little bit of clothing in there. That is all I have in there as far as clothing goes. I've been slowly moving that to the apartment because there is enough room in the closets for me to have my clothing there. So I am moving my clothing over to the apartment, and so my current area where I'm at right now is just going to be like a craft room. I'm just here to do all my crafting and recording and videos and stuff like that. Otherwise, I'm at the apartment. And I'm only here when the boyfriend's not at the apartment. So when he's working and I have the day off, that's when I'm going to be here. So, but yeah, I've got storage, hanging storage, so that I can get a lot of stuff off the floor. Over here, I have bolts of fabric. I've got things it's just really disorganized, and I want to get more organized. And so when I went to IKEA to get our dresser, I found some of those hanging, kind of like shoe racks, I guess, or clothing racks. I'm going to be using that for craft and beauty stuff, and get myself way more organized. I do have some yarn at my boyfriend's house, and a lot of the stuff that I've bought besides the storage units are at the apartment. So, because I go there straight after, being out in town. I don't come here to my room. So, yeah, my stuff is kind of discombobulated. I try to remember everything. So, yeah, that's about everything as far as that personal stuff goes. Art snacks / subscription boxes. I am going to continue to do those in the stash enhancement portion of my podcast. But the thing is I have canceled my art snacks subscription box. Reason being is, even though I like to doodle, I don't draw. And I feel guilty having all of these drawing art supplies and not really using them. So I canceled it, and I ordered another subscription box. I am now officially doing the Knit Crate Newbie subscription box, and when I have that in my hands, I will show that to you guys and unbox that during the stash enhancement section of this. So I'm not very good at knitting. That cowl I showed you in the finished objects is the most knitting I've ever done, besides a it's not stockinette. Is it stockinette? The one where you just see the dash lines? Yeah. So I've done a row of those out of a skein yarn, made a really weird scarf, very multi-tonal. But that was like 2 years ago. So yeah, I also have some stuff coming from Knit Picks I'm really excited about. Can't wait to get my hands on those. Hopefully I'll remember to grab the yarn that I bought this week too. So yesterday I went to my local yarn store, which is still like 45 minutes away from my house. And oh my goodness. Oh, yes, yarn, please, loved. I couldn't stop touching, and I bought a couple of things, and I can't wait to show them to you guys. Hopefully I'll have them with me next time. So hopefully once my needles get here from Knit Picks, because I bought a interchangeable needle set. Sorry, I'm moving dinner. I don't want it to fall on the floor. I'd like to finish it. But there's just so much. I can't eat it all in one sitting. But anyways, hopefully I'll be able to show that to you guys sooner rather than later. I may get that here soon. But yeah, I think that's everything for this week. So I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but I am on Ravelry. I am Crafty Cassie on Ravelry. I do have a Facebook, which is Trinity Designs. I just kind of post all of my videos there. So I do post my vlog channel and my gaming / whatever. It's kind of my, I have 3 channels. So I have my craft channel, which is what you guys are on right now. I have my beauty channel, and then I have my vlog channel, but it's kind of my catch-all. If it doesn't fit in beauty or craft, it goes in my vlog channel. So my beauty channel is Trinity Designs, craft channel is Crafty Cassie, and then my vlog channel is Cassie Vlogs. I don't think I have a single vlog on there. It's just kind of my Cassie channel, whatever. But yeah, so those are kind of the things where you can follow me. I am on Instagram too as Cassie Hills. There's no E in my name, people. Just ah. Just ah. So, yeah, but that's it. And until next time, guys, bye!